Reporting live. Writing down your stories. Sharing truth. Welcome to the most important news show at the moment. Alright, cool. Thank you very much. This is part 2 of Angel Numbers, Signs, Synchronicities from God. Okay, now we're all here together. We can move forward. I have removed things from my cell phone, so now I have 38 minutes of space on my phone, which is good. So just painting I did last year, that's basically my handprint and just a bunch of fun colors. But when I see that, it just reminds me to make your mark on the world. You know, everything that I touch, I would like for it to be better than what it was before. I want to share love in my experience. I just really enjoy this because it's so vibrant, and it was just in the moment, you know, in flow, creating this little painting. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is continue where we left off. Alright, so in my last video I was talking about Staples, torrential downpour. I forgot in all of this, I don't know how I forgot and slipped up. I wasn't on my motorcycle when I went to Staples. I was in my van. But basically, ever since June 6th, the signing of my trust, I have been driving my motorcycle only, and I'll show you why. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things that I can talk about that are so exciting. So, the first thing that I'd like to talk about, after I had left Staples, I was showing you guys the van, the collision, like the collision that didn't happen, right? The sidecar and the motorcycle. So one of the things I want to also mention is that the day before I had my documents notarized while I was at work, you can call it work, whatever. I'm a private contractor, so I do improvements for private properties and stuff for private clients. I'm a builder, basically. So I'm mentioning this because I'm up and down ladders all the time. I'm used to physical labor. My body felt great all week, right? The day before I signed the contract and had it notarized, my calf muscles began to be sore, and then and then my feet too. My legs, everything, but it started kind of like a slow crawl, and then what happened is the following day, after I had actually notarized or had the trust documents notarized, that day was so intense to where I'd like to say that I could barely walk, but that's really too drastic. I could walk, but it felt like I went to the gym. It felt like I had worked out like in high school when I played football. It felt like an intense workout. My muscles and my entire body were just done. And every step I took, you know, it just ached. So I actually ended up going to the beach. I talked to John McCaig and told him that my whole body was so sore. And he suggested that I go to the beach and go swimming, and I actually took that suggestion and went to the beach. I got into the ocean water. The ocean waters were so crystal clear, I could see my feet. It was amazing. I ended up going to Inglewood Beach. Anywho, that helped soothe my body. I floated around and I stretched, did some yoga poses floating in the water, and the next day I felt so much better, and then I kept getting better and better to where now my body feels like it did. What I would like to share with you on top of that happening around the event of the trust being notarized is that there's something that changed in my body, right? So I didn't just sign a contract, I signed the most badass bulletproof trust document possible. So that's John McCaig's job to explain that in more detail. But so the next thing I would like to show you guys, turn this around real quick. Okay, right here. Minimize it a little bit, a couple clicks. All right, you see this? This is a van that I got about 2 months ago. I've had the van in the shop. I've had it inspected. I've had everything gone over. I've had all the fluids changed. I've had all the brakes looked at. Literally, I've spent over $2,000 getting this van, because when you get a vehicle you're not familiar with, things happen, right? There might be some stuff, maintenance overlooked, and things that just will happen. So what I'm trying to say here, I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see my little mouse here. But, so, right here in the background, you see this green grass and that house? That is the public notary that I went to have my trust notarized on June 6th. Literally, I mean, my van was running outside her house, and I had one of my dogs was in the vehicle with the air conditioning running because it's hot in Southwest Florida. So I had all 4 of my trust documents notarized. The moment I walked out of the house, my van started clunking, making all this noise, and then not just 1, but 2. You can see right here, maybe you can't see, but basically that's 2 belts. And the reason I'm sharing this is because God speaks to us in signs, happenings, and synchronicities. And also with the numbers, right? So, I mean, the notary's address equaled 13, which is like a number so profound in my life. I always see it. I see 13, I see 8, and I see 4. 13 equals 4. But anyways, both of my belts, as I walked out of her house, both the belts turned into shredded mozzarella and fell to the street right in front of me, and I just started laughing because I was like, yeah, all right. This van has been in my possession for 2 months, and if these belts are bad, they're bad, right? But they just decided to go bad immediately. So what happens next? Well, I have this notarized trust. I've got this trust agreement between Jesus Christ and I, and now I have a van and I can't go anywhere because it's broken down. I was able to actually drive the van. There's another picture of the rat's nest there. I was able to drive the van. Then I would pull over and let the water pump cool down because the belt was responsible for the air conditioning and basically everything. I have no belts on the vehicle, so I started it still, and I was able to go home, and then I would park and go home, or drive, park, so my engine didn't overheat. So, share that with you because, yeah, that happened. That's my truth. Okay, what else do I want to point out here? I'm gonna pause this actually, so I don't waste any of your time. All right, I just wanted to mess around with the with the pause and record button. Okay, I'm a goofball and I love to have fun. So I realized where I can pick up for you. So this is part 2, right? So I'm gonna go back to the number 830, which is the number I signed. That's the time that I signed my private trust documents, the night before having them notarized, which the notary ripped on me and was like, why did you sign these, outside of my presence? And I was like, I forgot, but anyways, we redid everything. She stamped it and everything's good. But I signed it at 8:30 at night, right? My private trust, because you don't have to have your private trust notarized. So I just was so excited. I wanted to sign the thing, but I signed it at 8:30 at night, right? So here we go. I want to show you this. The 830 angel number is that of movement. The message that the angels wish to convey to you through this number is simple. Take control of your existence. Get things done and change the course of events. Even if you have gone through difficulties, the situation will surely improve. It's for you to finally live in happiness, and it's deserved. Inaction for you is a waste of, and in your case in particular, it causes instability. It is the constant movement in all areas of your life that allows you to exist. So true. When I get stagnant, not good. Your subconscious mind fell on the 830 angel number, so if you think your current life is not what it should be, don't stay in this burdensome situation. Change it and free yourself. Signed a contract with Jesus Christ, freed myself, done. All right, now let's check the next slide. Right here. More optimistic and less stressed, you will reap what you have sown. The synchronicity of the number 830 in your work means that the angels announce the signing of a contract or the agreement of a long-awaited promotion. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I signed a contract and at 830, and the angels are telling me in this interpretation of the number, in this communication, that it's the signing of a contract. So now, and the promotion. What's the promotion? A trustee of God, a trustee of Jesus Christ. On the emotional level, they also herald a positive development in your relationship as a couple, or a great meeting if you're single, okay? All right, the next one. So I was in my van when I went to Staples. So let's see here. This is a little quick. This is my buddy Q Ortiz, Rich Right Society. This is his music in the background. But this shows you the motorcycle, right? I wish I was recording when the incident happened, but I just wanted to show you guys. And you can also see in the background, if you look at the sky, there was a storm, right? But I didn't realize that the storm was going to be a torrential downpour when it had happened. Same music from Q Ortiz. There's that dump truck in the background right there, guys. So this was after the incident, but I wanted to catch the motorcycle and the dump truck on video. Yeah, Q Ortiz makes really good music. Alright, there goes the dump truck. I'm sitting here at an intersection, making my left. And so this is the sky right here. But you see this blue right here at the top of the screen? That blue was like pretty much right above me. So this whole storm was in a horseshoe shape, or like a big circle around me. And when I had gone into Staples, that's when the torrent had happened, and it just completely surprised me. I was not anticipating that at all. Okay, and then this, I forgot how this, I was talking about living in the world but not of the world. So basically, we must live in this world to achieve our eternal destination. We must be tried and tested and found worthy of a greater kingdom. I don't know how I found this. It just popped up the other day, So we go through tests, tribulations, trials, testament, and we need to come out on the other end a servant or slave of God. Slave is a bad word when it's for the devil, right? But if you're a slave to Jesus Christ, that slavery, it's not like, it's out of love. It's different. It's completely different. Like, when someone nurtures you and loves you, you want to do everything you can to show them that love and nurturing back. And it's not slavery, but it's just, slavery is such a strong word. But basically, you're so tight knitted with God that you're just right there with God always. I probably read this one on the last video I did. Forgive me here. Look at this. A change is coming. So, the night that I had, later on in the night after I had signed the trust, I had traveled to the gas station to get some gasoline for the generator because I'm off the grid in Northport, Florida, building my future and my homestead. Angel number 55 means. So what happened is I saw this number 55 on a mailbox. How many mailboxes were present between my house or my property? Forgive me, the trust's property and Jesus Christ's property that I care for. So basically there's so many mailboxes between point A and point B. So why did I see the one that had number 55 on it? Only, literally, 0 mailboxes existed to me. I wasn't paying attention to them. And then I find one that comes, it just presents itself to me and it's like, yo, 55. And I'm like, okay, thank you. When I get to the gas station, I'll look up that number. So I did. Angel number 55 means a change is coming, and that change is one that will be associated with adventures, freedom, self-determination, creativity, and divine energy. These are all the elements that are also associated with the single digit angel number 5, a strong signifier of change. Okay? Angel number 55 tells you to keep a positive attitude about the new entering your life and keep an open mind as to the opportunities presenting to you. Keep in mind that everything happens for a reason and nothing happens by chance. No coinkydinks. So even though the reason or reasons for the changes may not be clear at this point, trust that all will fall into place for you. These changes and, trust, yeah, I did trust. I trusted in God and I signed it to show my my commitment to God and that I'm inexorably God, irrevocable. This contract is not going anywhere. No one can stand in the way. These changes have come about so that you can break free from old restraints and constraints and freely pursue your soul mission and life purpose as a spiritual being. Guys, until the day I die, I'm satisfied and fulfilled, okay? I know what my mission is and I know how to proceed now. So, and if you don't know what your mission is yet, help other people. Don't forget about yourself, but you can find yourself when you're helping others. The angels ask that you cast off old shackles and constraints, blah, blah, blah. Be prepared for huge changes when repeating angel number 55 appears. And it did show itself again as number 855. I don't even know if I looked that one up. Warning you of a pivotal change coming up in your life. Whether it's a new job or a grand opportunity, angel number 5 symbolizes a period of personal freedom. And I'm telling you, when you have a trust with God, and it's the right trust, non-ecclesiastical, common law, created by you in the private, right? Creates obligations between your creator and you, direct obligations. And there's liabilities. If you don't follow those obligations, your soul's liable or in jeopardy to go back to where you started, which is without God. You signed this contract, you must keep it going because, as John McCaig told me, you earned it to this point, everything in your life, and you have to keep earning it. So you've earned it, but you have to keep earning it and maintain that. In addition to being a symbol of transformation, it is also a sign of adventure, pleasure, and excitement. When you find yourself seeing this message, prepare for positive life changes. Okay. Let's see here. According to angel number 55, symbolism changes will come even in your love life, but you need to accept them. Resisting the changes will not enable you to develop in life. Your guardian angel is pushing you towards achieving success in everything that you do. Let go of all the relationships that are not good for you and focus on that which makes you grow. Guys, I have a few people that come and go in my private life because I trust them. There's the word trust again. I don't really have a bunch going on. I keep to myself for the most part, and I'm just studying or keeping my environment real peaceful, and God's messages just flow in, and there's it's not hard to figure out what God's saying because there isn't a bunch of noise. Okay, so that's that one. Look at this, flights to Kenya. Cool. All right. Go back over here. Let's see which one this is. I'm trying to get to 8:55. I'm trying to see if I found that one, or if that one. Oh, this right here is cool. So on YouTube, my first that video that I posted where it says I don't pay property taxes any longer, and I do what my creator asks of me, period. It shows that it's 10 minutes and 8 seconds, but on my phone before I uploaded it, it says it's 10 minutes and 7 seconds. So I looked that up. If you keep seeing 1007 everywhere, which 1 plus 7 equals 8, which is my life number, 8, which is my birth month, date, and year, all those numbers added up equal 8 for me. If you keep seeing 1007 everywhere, pray to God to reach your goals and make your dreams a reality. The foregone saints are urging you to be disciplined and more focused to boost your chances of success in life. Discipline and focus is super needed when you're studying trust law. You don't want to do something illegal, and you don't want to create tax liabilities or step outside of your scope. The foregone saints are urging you to be disciplined and more focused to boost your chances of success in life. Also, it would be best if you stayed spiritually active to understand what best work for you to be successful. Spiritually active means you have an altar in every room of your home with your creator's face, and you put your creator's name, your God's name, over your thresholds of your buildings, which is something I'm going to be doing today. Actually, I'm going to be putting Jesus Christ's name on the main gate going into the property here in Northport, Florida, and I'll have that also on the threshold of the home that's on the property. So there might be a couple more here. I think I'm just about done explaining this here for part 2. Here's another one for 1007. 1007 symbolism indicates that it would be prudent to keep learning the best steps to become the best you. Do not copy everything that others do, since what works for them may not work the same with you. Believe in your abilities and your unique talents, and use them to transform your life for the better. Alright. Okay. Yeah, don't fall for that crap. You don't want an LLC, guys. I mean, depending on what works for you and why. So, never mind. Let's see here. Angel number 1007 is a message encouraging you to listen to your intuition and higher self and take appropriate action. Like I said in my videos, it's time for people to not only access the truth, but live in truth. When they put their foot forward and they walk, it's in truth. Okay? So, and when I say truth, ultimate truth, God truth, like all there is. Truth and God are, as John McCaig says, truth and God are. So they don't need our, the truth doesn't need recognition. It doesn't need us. The truth is already the truth, always will be. So there's a lot of people running around with their own fantasy of what reality really is, and they're ignoring these signs. And literally what you can see and hear is going to be different than what you're told by science and TV. And so some people are literally listening to someone else's take on their reality, and that's just scary. Take the steps needed to fully serve your life purpose, even if it may seem a little unusual or strange to others. Listen to your own heart about what you want and do not want in your life. Yeah, to some, my video yesterday, strange. To some, but whatever. If you don't have a heart and you don't know what you're doing, I can't help you. Okay, so angel number 1007 can also indicate that it is time to begin or expand a spiritually based career practice and or profession. Well, I just opened up a ministry to help people in God's and Jesus Christ's name. So a heart-based service or project, definitely.
It urges you to pursue your spiritual aspirations. The universe and angels will ensure that all you require will be provided for you, and you will find success and fulfillment in long term. Trust your own inner wisdom, skills, and abilities, and use your talents to serve humanity and bring illumination to those who seek it. So, I'm sure you guys can hear my message is like from yesterday. And today things that I'm saying are showing up in confirmation. They might be worded a different way. Shine your light brightly. Amen. I will shine this light in Jesus Christ's name. This light's never going out, you guys. It's never going out. So, in closing, I would like to invite you guys to join me at the Nokomis Drum Circle. John McCaig goes to the Nokomis Beach Drum Circle at the North Jetty over in Nokomis, Florida. And then on Sundays, he's over at the Siesta Key Drum Circle, because he's in the drum circle dancing around with all these other creatures, and they're there dancing and celebrating for their God, which is not Jesus Christ, it's actually Satan, right? So what do you do around a drum circle and worshiper? What do you do around like a drum circle with a bunch of creatures dancing for their God and their creator, right? Well, you dance along next to them for your creator. So I'll be there later on this evening, dancing in Jesus Christ's name, only in his name, celebrating my health, my freedom. And so let me see here, I'm gonna play here. Yeah, getting down. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun. There's John McCaig jamming. Nobody can touch that man. That man is so amazing. He's got such a great heart, and Jesus Christ is with that man. Yeah, this is Siesta Key Beach. All right, guys, so that's it for part 2 of signs and all that stuff. So this is my truth, and because it's my truth, I'm supposed to share it. So I will talk to you guys on the next one. So just remember, trustees are badasses. Eh? Ah, yeah.